Shalom. Welcome to the Bible in a Year Live Tanakh Project. And we continue our story today in Job, reading chapter 24 to 28 from the Complete Jewish Bible. My name is Shane. Let's dive into today's reading. Why are times not kept by Shaddai? Why do those who know him not see his days? There are those who move boundary markers. They carry off flocks and pasture them. They drive away the orphan's donkey as collateral. They seize the widow's ox. They push the needy out of the way. The poor of the land are forced into hiding. Like wild donkeys in the wilderness, they have to go out and scavenge food, hoping that the desert will provide food for their children. They must reap in fields that are not their own and gather late grapes in the vineyards of the wicked. They pass the night without clothing, naked, uncovered in the cold, wet with mountain rain, and hugging the rock for lack of shelter. There are those who pluck orphans from the breast, and those who take the clothes off the poor in pledge, so that they go about stripped, unclothed. They go hungry as they carry sheaves of grain. Between these men's rows of olives, they make oil. Treading their wine presses, they suffer thirst. Men are groaning in the city. The mortally wounded are crying for help, yet God finds nothing amiss. There are those who rebel against the light. They don't know its ways or stay in its paths. The murderer rises with the light to kill the poor and needy, while at night he is like a thief. The eye of the adulterer, too, waits for twilight. He thinks, no eye will see me, but to be sure, he covers his face. When it's dark, they break into houses. In the daytime, they stay out of sight. None of them know the light, for to all of them deep darkness is like morning, for the terrors of deep darkness are familiar to them. May they be scum on the surface of the water. May their share of land be cursed. May no one turn on the way of their vineyards. May drought and heat steal away their snow water, and Sheol those who have sinned. May the womb forget them. May worms find them sweet. May they no longer be remembered. Thus may iniquity be snapped like a stick. They devour childless women and give no help to widows. Yet God keeps pulling the mighty along. They get up even when not trusting their own lives. However, even if God lets them rest in safety, his eyes are on their ways. They are exalted for a little while, and then they are gone, brought low, gathered in like all others, shriveled up like ears of grain. And even if it isn't so now, still no one can prove me a liar and show that my words are worthless. Bildad the Suchi said, Dominion and fare belong to him. He makes peace in his high places. Can his armies be numbered? On whom does his light not shine? How then can humans be righteous with God? How can those born of woman be clean? Why before him even the moon lacks brightness, and the stars themselves are not poor? How much less a human who is merely a maggot, a mortal who is only a worm? Chapter 26. Then Eov replied, What great help you bring to the powerless! What deliverance to the arm without strength! Such wonderful advice for a man lacking wisdom. So much common sense you've expressed. Who helped you to say these words? Whose spirit is it coming forth from you? The ghosts of the dead tremble beneath the water with its creatures. Sheol is naked before him. Abaddon lies uncovered. He stretches the north over chaos and suspends the earth on nothing. He binds up the water in his thick clouds, yet no cloud is torn apart by it. He shuts off the view of his throne by spreading his cloud across it. He fixed a circle on the surface of the water, defining the boundary between light and dark. The pillars of heaven tremble, aghast at his rebuke. He stirs up the sea with his power, and by his skill he strikes down Rahav. With his spirit he spreads the heavens. His hand pierces the fleeing serpent. And these are but the fringes of his ways. How faint the echo we hear of him, but who is able to grasp the meaning of his thundering power? Chapter 27. Eov continued his speech. I swear by the living God who is denying me justice, and by Shaddai who deals with me so bitterly, that as long as my life remains in me and God's breath is in my nostrils, my lips will not speak unrighteousness, or my tongue utter deceit. Far be it from me to say you are right. I'll keep my integrity till the day I die. I hold to my righteousness. I won't let it go. My heart will not shame me as long as I live. May my enemy meet the doom of the wicked, my foe the fate of the unrighteous. For what hope does the godless have from his gain? When God takes away his life, will God hear his cry? When trouble comes upon him, will he take delight in Shaddai and always call on God? I'm teaching you how God uses his power, not hiding what Shaddai is doing. Look, you all can see for yourselves. So why are you talking such empty nonsense? This is God's reward for the wicked man, the heritage oppressors receive from Shaddai. If his sons become many, they go to the sword, and his children never have enough to eat. Those of his who remain are buried by plague, and their widows do not weep. Even if he piles up silver like dust and stores away clothing in mounds like clay, he may collect it, but the just will wear it, and the upright divide up the silver. He builds his house weak as a spider's web, as flimsy as a watchman's shack. He may lie down rich, but his wealth yields nothing. When he opens his eyes, it isn't there. Terrors overtake him like a flood. At night, a whirlwind steals him away. The east wind carries him off, and he's gone. It sweeps him far from his place. Yes, it hurls itself at him. Sparing nothing, he does all he can to flee from its power. People clap their hands at him in derision and hiss him out of his home. Chapter 28. There are mines for silver and places where gold is refined. Iron is extracted from the earth and copper is smelted from ore. Miners conquer the darkness and dig as far in as they can. To the ore in gloom and deep darkness, there where no one lives. They break open a shaft. The feet passing over are oblivious to them. Far from people suspended in space, they swing to and fro. While the earth is peacefully yielding bread, underneath it is being convulsed as if by fire. Its rocks have veins of sapphire, and there are flecks of gold. Birds of prey don't know that path. No falcon's eye has seen it. The proud beasts have never set foot on it. No lion has ever passed over it. The miner attacks the flint, overturns mountains at their roots, and cuts out galleries in the rock, all the while watching for something of value. He dams up streams to keep them from flooding, and brings what was hidden out into the light. But where can wisdom be found? Where is the source of understanding? No one knows its value, and it can't be found in the land of the living. The deep says, "It isn't in me," and the sea says, "It isn't with me." It can't be obtained with gold, nor can silver be weighed out to buy it. It can't be purchased with choice gold from Ophir, or with precious onyx or sapphires. Neither gold nor glass can be compared with it, nor can it be exchanged for a bowl of fine gold, let alone coral or crystal, for indeed, the price of wisdom is above that of pearls. It can't be compared with Ethiopian topaz, and it can't be valued with pure gold. So where does wisdom come from? Where is the source of understanding? Inasmuch as it is hidden from the eyes of all living, and kept secret from the birds flying around in the sky. Destruction and death say, "We have heard a rumor about it with our ears." God understands its way, and he knows its place, for he can see to the ends of the earth and view everything under heaven. When he determined the force of the wind, and parceled out water by measure, when he made a law for the rain, and cleared a path for the thunderbolts, then he saw wisdom and declared it. Yes, he set it up and searched it out. And to human beings he said, "Look, fear of Adonai is wisdom. Shunning evil is understanding." Amen. This is the end of the reading today, and we continue in this cool story of Job tomorrow. Looking forward to sharing that with you. Blessings.